Hi guys, welcome to today's video. It is a quick one today. Basically all I'm going to talk about today is the new texture slider in Lightroom. I think it's in all iterations of Lightroom and Camera Raw now, but I'm not entirely sure. I only use Lightroom Classic CC. I don't use the version that looks like an iPad app. So I think this new texture slider is probably put in and aimed specifically for the portrait photographers out there that want to do quick and easy skin softening, because really all you need to do is use your adjustment brush, paint all over the face or in select areas, and then move the texture slider to the left and it softens the skin beautifully. But I don't use softwares that's designed to be used just as I use cameras that in a way that aren't designed to be used in that manner. So, of course, I use the texture slider by pushing it to the right, and I'll just show you now with a couple of examples how I'm using it since it arrived. So one of the main concerns that I do have about my work is that it can look a bit flat due to the quite heavy processing that I do. A lot of things get flattened out as the various images are blended together. Then they do tend to just soften out, become quite blurry, and they don't have a lot of texture unless I actually add in a texture layer. So this texture slider has come along at a really nice time as I prepare for my exhibition, because I can now give images a slightly added depth to them. Right, as you can see from this image, it is pretty flat. I've zoomed in here onto the tree. This is at Sycamore Gap on Hadrian's Wall, and straight away I'm just going to play with the texture slider. I'm going to whack it far up to the right, and hopefully you can see that that is giving the tree a lot more edge and a lot more structure to it, which is quite a help, because without it, as I return this back to 0, it's quite soft. And of course, Lightroom being Lightroom, pretty much everything can be controlled using grad filters, radial filters, and adjustment brushes. So for this one, I'm just going to use a radial filter, draw a bit of a circle around the tree, and then just ramp the slider up. I'm going quite high with these. In normal landscape photography, you're probably not looking to push it too hard. But on these, because they are quite flat, I can push it quite far to the right, almost up to 100%, to get the full effect. And I think that has made quite a difference to it. And obviously, using the new range masks that are in Lightroom, let's just have a pinpoint on the tree there. There's not going to be a lot of difference there, to be honest. Just for ultra control, you can use that. So there you go, off and on. Hopefully you can see quite a bit of difference there, just depending on how YouTube renders this file in the final edit. So that's one example, and let's move on to another one. Alright, this is quite a recent image, and one I'm quite happy with, and one that is very much dominated by the old window here in the end of this Abbey building. It's a ruin that's reasonably local to me, and one of the is this beautiful stonework circular window. But in this edit, I was feeling that I couldn't really quite get enough detail into it, no matter how hard I worked the data. So with the texture adjustment, I just draw a circle like that around it, ramp it up. There you go. Whoa. Up to 85 there. Click done, and that's a lot more prominent in the image and much more closer to what I originally envisaged. So that's another way that it's really, really helped. So let's have another quick one just to round the video off. Alright, here's quite a misty type of feel of image. But as you know, if you are standing in a foggy field, or in this case, dunes on the beach, then stuff in the distance will be a lot harder to see, but the items that are close to you will be very sharp. You'll still be able to see them. And I was trying to convey that in this image, but it was a bit of a struggle. So now with the texture slider, all I need to do to make this grass at the front a lot more apparent is to just drop in a gradient filter. So I'm going to pull that up to there. And then increase the texture. And again, pretty high to get the full effect of it, to get that sharpness back. In this one, I'll just add in a little bit of contrast as well whilst I'm here. Bring down the blacks a touch as well, just to really help accentuate that. There you go. I think we're pretty good, and now that's a lot closer to my envisaged initial image. So there you go. There's a couple of quick examples of the type of things I'm going to be using this new texture slider on. Have a play with it yourself if you're a Lightroom customer, and use Lightroom to finish your images off or extensively throughout your image creating process. Let me know how you get on with it. Let us know what you think of it, and leave a comment below. Always good to get feedback and your thoughts on all these new developments in the software that we use. It's always very helpful to myself because I use this software in certain ways, but the more I can take from other people, and the more chance I've got to use it in different ways and apply it in those ways to my own work. It's all about experimentation after all. So that'll do for today. Thanks for joining us, and until the next one, keep it hard. See you.